At the Knights of Favonius building, you're not allowed to blow up the walls. Shame. It would make getting out of solitary confinement way easier. But if I did so much as try to blow up the wall, Jean would make sure Klee never sees the light of day again. That's what Jean said. Kaeya told me.
Hey, do you think there are any exotic plants in Dragonspine? Maybe something with a deadly bitterness? Or something that numbs your mouth upon contact? I'm gonna pick a lot, and then...
I may be a corpse, but I am in much better physical condition than Dr. Beidou.
We are entrusted by the people to loyally see out their wishes. Wangsheng Funeral Parlor is special in that it carries a dual responsibility to those both of this realm and the next.
The view from the cathedral's clock tower is amazing. You should check it out.
I could never get bored of the breathtakingly beautiful nature that surrounds Mondstadt. I've heard that there are blue trees that exist by the seashore near Inazuma City. I just need to save up a little more and... What's that? You want to know what I'm saving up for? That's my little secret.
This room is where I keep all the bones I've collected. On the table on the left, we have lizards, frogs, and grass carp. To the front, we have the bones of a wild boar. And then over there, in the right corner, is a hilly trail. Oh, don't be nervous. Nothing to be afraid of. They're really quite cute once you get used to them.
I actually really like the smell of wine. I'm just not of drinking age yet. There've been a few times when I could have had a little taste if I'd wanted, and no one would ever have known. But I resisted the temptation. I feel like the first time you try it is probably really magical, so I want to save it till I'm older.
If you get a stomachache, a cup of herbal tea with silk flowers will clear it up in no time. Huh? Of course you can trust my herbal remedies. We chefs are expected to know a thing or two about medicine as well, you know.
I made this guitar myself, you know. Based it off a rock and roll instrument from Fontaine at first, but it stopped looking like the original real fast. I wanted to give it a rad name like the Fire Lyre, or the Jade Breaker, or the Hill Stiller. Still feels like we're missing something. Any ideas? You ever heard of opera? It's what those rich guys listen to at their banquets. It's all tenor this and falsetto that. Getting so uptight about music. It's just not rock and roll.
If one must reckon time as this world does, I, Fischl, have already seen 3,000 winters. Not that the illusory passage of time has any bearing on one such as I, to whom the causality of 3,000 universes has been unveiled.
Be that as it may, mein Fräulein, you are not yet considered to be of drinking age in this world, and no bartender can ever be convinced otherwise.
Feel free to use the alchemists upstairs from the library whenever you want. But make sure you knock first. We wouldn't want you seeing anything you're not supposed to now, would we?
You don't always know why good things happen, or why we should be happy about them. But if you ever face a problem too big to handle, don't give up hope. You never know. Someone may be there to help, even if you can't see them.
At a loss? When you don't know what to do, just take the first step. The rest will figure itself out naturally.
Gamblers always place their bets on the next dice roll. But the bankers always have the last laugh, and they never touch a single die. The departure of Rex Lapis will be no small test for both the Keqing and the city of Liyue. Seldom has any matter kept me tossing and turning at night like recent events. Nevertheless, I shall not lose sight of my goal. There will come a day when the shadow cast by the Jade Chamber reaches every end of Teyvat.
In addition to my work with the Liyue Qixing, I do a lot of work for the public too. Mostly the feedback is positive, but whenever I propose something like adding an extra hour to the workday, I come up against very strong resistance. I'm too forward-thinking, I suppose. Maybe I should start with a half hour instead. What do you mean, Geo-Archon paraphernalia? You're not suggesting my bedroom is full of that stuff, surely? I'm not a child anymore. Although... Okay, I did buy a couple of Rex Lapis figurines recently, but they're just to keep me on the straight and narrow. Look, just because I own an idol or two does not mean I idolize him, okay?
Where merchants flock and all ships dock, and over the oceans flows its stock. People say this in praise of Liyue's prosperity, but a city only becomes this successful through everyone playing their part diligently. That's the attitude I take to my work. I want to be worthy of what we enjoy here.
Do you know about constellations? Astrologers believe that the patterns of the stars map out the destiny of vision bearers. Past, present, and future, everything is written in the stars.
I like the stars at night. So many stars. In the sky, in the lake, and in the city.
Do you want to come and see the view of Mondstadt from above sometime? It's real pretty at night, when the city's all lit up and you can see the moon reflected on Cider Lake. Huh? From where? Well, there was this one time when I got picked up by a tornado and ended up on this cliff way up high. Not interested. Oh, okay then. Never mind.
There are rumors abound concerning evil spirits in Liyue, but not all have truth to them. In fact, some strange commissions wind up having nothing to do with them at all.
Must-see places in Liyue? That's a tough question. The place I would miss the most if it disappeared would be the Wanwen Bookhouse, first and foremost. The Guhua sect would be in the top 10, too.
Do you drink wine? Dandelion wine has a unique body to it. Oh, you're underage. You should try Mondstadt's apple cider vinegar. I know just the place.
Occasionally I'll work the bar at Angel's Share. The tavern is known for being the center of information in Mondstadt.
There's something I've always wanted to ask you, but feared rejection and disappointment. I am very interested in your little floating companion. May I borrow her to investigate for a short while?
I deal in death. If you cannot bring yourself to kill, speak my name.
The skeletal white snowscape devours life without leaving any trace. It is the invisible enemy we fight against each day.
Trade relies on both contracts and fairness. There is one thing you must never forget when making and abiding by a contract. If fairness is lost, then the contract shall become proof of one's deception.
That's how the Hilly Churls say hello! Why, I learned it to aid with my songwriting, of course. Vast knowledge makes for a richer composition. That said, I haven't actually written any songs in Hilly Churlian so far.
On behalf of the Knights of Favonius, I would like to extend my gratitude to you for all you have done for Mondstadt. Please remember to rest from time to time. Did I miss something? What are you laughing at? Did I say something odd?